Damage assessments of Iran's nuclear facility still underway as questions remain over the location of Tehran's stockpile of enriched uranium. Satellite images released by Maxar Technologies taken days before Saturday's strikes show 16 cargo trucks positioned near the Fordo enrichment plant. Israel says it has evidence that Iran had moved equipment and roughly 880 pounds of uranium from the facility in recent days. That's enough near weapons grade material for around 10 nuclear weapons.
Yeah, John, we're going to work in the coming weeks to ensure that we do something with that fuel, and that's one of the things that we're going to have conversations with the Iranians about. But what we know, John, is they no longer have the capacity to turn that stockpile of highly enriched uranium to weapons-grade uranium, and that was really the goal here.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed overnight that the IDF has interesting intel on the whereabouts of Iran's uranium stockpile, but did not provide any more details. Although the purpose of the attacks was to destroy Iran's nuclear capabilities, the president did float the idea of a regime change in Iran. National News Desk's Matt Galka live on Capitol Hill with the latest for us. Matt?
Well, Jen, good morning. The president put the idea out there on Truth Social, writing in part, "It's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change?" Now, up to this point, top officials in the administration had said the strike wasn't about that change, only dismantling Iran's nuclear program. That included the Vice President, J.D. Vance, who had said over the weekend that regime change was not the goal. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio did leave the door open if the country continues to pursue a nuclear weapon.
Look, at the end of the day, if Iran is committed to becoming a nuclear weapons power, I do think it puts the regime at risk. I really do. I think it would be the end of the regime if they tried to do that.
Now, there is already some support for the idea, especially with some more hawkish members of Congress, including South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, who wrote in part, "Who in their right mind would want this regime to continue the status quo, attacking their neighbors, oppressing their people, and being the largest state sponsor of terrorism on the planet?" Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Galka for the National News Desk, America's News Now.